Oh, hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler and I'm here for a daily dose of hope. This is Daily Dose of Hope Day 225. Daily Dose of Hope is just that, simply a daily dose of hope to help everyone if you kind of fall into the polarity to kind of get you back in the middle space, the neutral point. And I was guided to do this starting back in February because my guide said that the energy is picking up and will start to pick up. And as it does, things in your world will start getting wackier and wackier. And it'll be hard at times to see where you're going because it's just like a wild ride. But so the daily dose of hope is just to kind of bring you back and remember, who you are, where you came from, and that you can walk this path in peace. And so who are you, right? So you are love. Where'd you come from? You came from love. And so we just remembering that that we're not really here in that we are here, we're having an experience here, but this isn't who we really are. This is just a tiny portion of who we are. We come down here to experience this, but we're actually spirit and we're much, much bigger. And the energies on our planet that are increasing, I've heard it explained in different ways that we're entering the photon belt, and that the energies are increasing within that. And I never really researched that or followed down that path. My only understanding is that, yeah, the energies on our planet are increasing, and whether or not it's from an outside force or an inside force, I think it's kind of all the same thing. It's a time. It's a time of change on our planet. It's the end of the Kali Yuga, and it's the also the end of the age of Pisces and the beginning of the age of Aquarius. So it's a cycle on our planet. And so just like the Mayan calendar ended in 2012 and they didn't know what happened after that, that was just the end of a cycle. And we're approaching, the new cycle, the positive side. And so within that, the energies start to get, wacky. Things start to not really make sense. So subtle energies. So, hey, Michael. So, Daily Dose of Hope has 3 parts: a bit of a talk, a bit of a channeling, and a pocket of peace, which is a guided meditation. So, just for today, just a brief thing I wanted to talk about. 2 things is one, I was talking with my guides today, and I was talking about how it feels like, I was talking about yesterday being in limbo. And thanks, guys, for answering that. It's good to hear that limbo is still happening. Hey, Anne Marie. Hey, welcome to the live. um, so yeah, so I was talking with my guides that about this limbo period, and just like I feel like I'm just kind of in between, and I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's like what's going on, and and so I was talking to my guides about that, and I said, give me some hope, help me out here. I don't know what's going on. And because everything's kind of like in between and not really, everything just seems really vague. And so what they said was that this is um, this is for you. They said this is for you because you're actually going through this process of learning many different things. So, for example, if everything happened a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, you wouldn't be ready for it. So what you're learning now is you're going to the depth, you're going to the edges of all kinds of different emotions, and you're learning how strong you actually are by doing that. So me thinking I wasn't doing anything and just in this kind of waiting period, I'm actually learning. I'm learning how to grow, and so are you. And so I think that was the message that I wanted to bring forward, is that we're all growing through this, even though it seems like we're just waiting for something to happen. We're not. That's one aspect of it, but the other aspect is we're growing and we're getting stronger, and we're learning the ability to balance these crazy polarities, and learning to just walk in our peace, and understanding that some days are good, some days are bad, there's up and there's down, but we're walking that path, and that is like a superpower thing to be able to do, to not be drawn into those things. I mean, you get drawn into, of course, we're human, but to be able to pull yourself out, take a step back, and just keep walking. And so that's what we're learning. We're mastering this third dimension. So it feels like limbo, but it's actually mastery. So Anne Marie, you say, yes, I'm feeling the limbo too. Yeah, yeah. It's it's nuts. And I would say it's kind of good to hear that other people are going through it, but it's not, I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a consolation, I guess. Sometimes I think, oh, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just kind of stuck in this loop somewhere. But it's good to hear. Yeah. I think, good to know that we're all kind of in this together, and we're all just pushing through this time, this crazy time. And, but we're learning so much, and we're getting very, very strong. And yeah. Oh, I'm glad that's helpful. Yeah. Yeah, it helped me out a lot too. That's often thing I do with my guides is I'll just, just like this, Daily Dose of Hope. I'm just like, guides, give me hope. I don't know what the hell's going on. I need hope. Shine some light on this. And they do. So connection with your guides. All of you can do it. All you need to do is ask your guides, and they'll come through in whatever way that is most comfortable for you. So I recommend it. I mean, that's one thing that really got me through these crazy limbo time, is just having my guides to like talk, my personal psychotherapist with me all the time. Like, hey, I'm feeling this. Can you help me out with this? So, all right. So I'm going to go into a channeling, and yeah. All right, here we go. Greetings, we are Yeshua. We're here. And we would like to bring through a message to all of you, a message of love and a message of peace. And beyond that, a message that you are in the most perfect place at this moment. You are. Every single second of every single day is such a precious time, because you are given this ability to experience these precious times on your planet. This time on your planet is a very rare and precious time. This in-between, this transitioning of your whole world. This is a very important time. And we would say it's one of the first times since you've gone down into material that you're going back up as a collective. And it is a beautiful time for all of you. And it does feel on the surface that everything is going wrong and everything is not moving in the direction that you would like it to. And that is just because you are still used to the old world that you were living in. And things don't resemble the old world anymore because it's not there anymore. And so what you're looking at is remnants of that old world, illusions of it, wisps of air. And what we would like you to understand is that what you're approaching is something that you haven't experienced before. So you don't have a frame of reference for it. You don't know how to conceive of it. So what we would say to all of you is that the most important thing for all of you at this time is to have faith in yourself, have faith in your love, have faith in your peace, and have faith that there are wonderful things coming for all of you, and that this is just the transition time when you're transitioning from one paradigm to the other. And the new paradigm, we would tell you, is so much better than this one in all different respects. You will be given more opportunity to experience, and more opportunity to bring down heaven on earth, and more experience for bliss and peace, and a heart coherence, a coherence of your heart with the society. The society that you live in would be resonant with your heart and not in dissonance, which it is at this moment. But this time and those times that you lived through as well were very, very wonderful and very beautiful, because they brought so much learning to you. And so that chapter of learning is almost close to an end. These are the transition periods where you are seeing the old world still in front of you, but it doesn't exist anymore. But they are the holding on to this old world. Many of you are still holding on to it. And so as a mass consciousness, your creative power is very strong. And so that is what you're seeing. And that is why everything seems so strange on the surface, because You are seeing everything, all of the veils being pulled away, and you're seeing what was behind the curtain, and you're seeing that it was nothing there. There was nothing really there. There was no rhyme, no reason. It was just a part of that season. And you are approaching a new season, a fall season where all of the leaves will be falling, and you'll see how beautiful they are, the technicolor leaves falling to the ground and the wind blowing gently through your hair. This will be the wonderful time. This is a new time of new experiences. It is as if you are starting a new school again, and this is the summer vacation time, and you are moving into a new place, and everything is going to be different. But understand that it's going to be wonderful, and you are all wonderful, and you are all learning and gaining the skills that you need in order to approach and to go into this new school. All right, my cat's going nuts outside the room. She's like, why won't you let me in? I'm the saddest cat on the planet. I think she heard me. She's like, that's not what I'm saying. Right. Anyway, so yeah, definitely that limbo period. Definitely, I can really relate to that. Michael, you said, "Amen." I just woke from a dream where I was at a concert and everyone was singing, "We're all going to make it after all." There was so much love that I woke up crying. Wow, that's beautiful. What a great dream. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That's great. That's wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait for this, that time, that celebration time where, yes, we're here, we've done it, and before I go into the pocket of peace, I just wanted to share something I thought, and that just came up to me, and I don't know if I haven't channeled about it before, but it might be something interesting to put out there, and maybe you have ideas about it. But that there's a theory that there are many different civilizations before our civilization, that our civilization, we're taught, is the pinnacle of technology and the pinnacle of everything. We're so advanced, we're more advanced than we've ever been, but then you look back at all of these ancient buildings, you look back at the pyramid, you look at all of these this beautiful architecture from supposedly the 1900s or 1800s, and we're not making that stuff anymore. And the only theory that people have is, oh, it's too expensive, right? It's like, okay, so how did they get all that money back then? Where did they get all that? All of those buildings like that were built in Fifth Avenue, all those amazing cathedrals that were built in like a year, but that you also have what is it? Sagrada de Familia, the church that's being built in Spain, it's being built for the past how many years? 100 years, and it still hasn't been finished. It's just, it's right there in our faces. So yeah, so just that idea, right? So there's a possibility that there were other civilizations that were more advanced and they built that. And so I was thinking, there's a man named Conrad Beissel who started, I think I talked about this before, the Ephrata cloister in Pennsylvania, in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. Came over from Germany, and at that time, people were thinking that the second coming was coming. And so everyone was getting ready for it. And a lot of people were moving to America as well, thinking that that would be the place to prepare themselves for the second coming in the 1700s, 1600s. And then after that, so the Ephrata cloister just kind of disbanded after Conrad Beissel passed away, and then just actually became a normal church. But the interesting thing to me is that what if the second coming did happen? So there's a theory about that, but my theory is a little bit different. So the second coming is not, the way that I understand it, is not the coming of some being like, oh, I'm back, hey guys, I was gone for like 2,000 years, I'm back now, hey. I think it's us realizing it's ascension, basically. So what if maybe that cloister, maybe they actually ascended, maybe something happened, and that's just kind of swept under the rug. And maybe within that era, there was sort of like a small ascension that happened. And but it wasn't the whole of society. Or maybe that was the whole of, maybe there was another ascension, and maybe that's what the great there's a lot of people consider this time that we're in the little season, from, I think it's from Revelation. I haven't researched it a lot, but there's a lot of people out there talking about it. So I would recommend looking at their stuff because they've researched it and I haven't. But so it's the time after the second coming. It's the little season. And but so what did I want to say with that? And I lost my train of thought. So yeah, but basically, so maybe there was like a mini ascension, and maybe that was what. So there were these, a lot of the buildings that we find, like the pyramids, for example, they were pretty much buried. They were under, like under the desert. Just the top part was sticking out, supposedly when Napoleon saw them. So what could make something? What could bury something that much? Or when you go into Bath, in Bath, England, a lot of they're finding ancient Roman baths underneath the buildings, deep underneath. It's like, where did all that, sand come from? Where did all that dust come from? Maybe that was, that. So the idea is the mud flood, right? That's the idea. Maybe it was an ascension. Who knows? So anyway, I'm just putting that out there. I haven't channeled on it at all. It's just my personal, like, just I'm musing, like, I wonder, I don't know. But maybe you guys have some interesting insight to that, and I'd love to hear it. So please chat it up if you can. And I'm going to go into a pocket of peace, and this pocket of peace is for everyone out there to find their peace. Yeah. And also, yeah, that's a great thing. So Michael, you're saying about that concert, that dream. I was thinking today also about, like, I'd like to practice manifesting, but I don't know what to manifest anymore. I don't know what I want. Like, yeah, it's hard to, but that's what I want. Yeah, I want that. That's okay. So this pocket of peace today is going to be like, let's help to manifest that where we reach the other side. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, where we achieve what we're trying to do. Emery say, I think the second coming is happening now with the light workers. Yeah, definitely. I agree. So maybe, like, there's many different second comings. Maybe there's just, or like many different waves, maybe. Yeah, definitely. And I think this era that we're in at this moment really mirrors that time from, I think it was the late 1600s, early 1700s. It's a very similar time. If you look into it, there's a lot of interesting stuff. I recommend, if you're interested, reading. So it's the Ephrata Cloister, and I can't remember the title of the book, but if you look it up, there's a book, something about turtle doves. Very interesting. And there's an interesting. I won't go into that. Never mind. Okay, so I'm going to go into a pocket of peace, and this is one where we kind of we can feel, let's draw down the energy of us at the other end of this this transition that we're in, and just draw that energy into where we are now, to draw that place closer to us. Yeah. In addition to that, and then send this energy out to all the people that are losing hope, that are having physical problems, mental problems, emotional problems, dealing with this crazy transition times. All right, so here we go. All right, so just imagine that you're in a place that makes you feel the most comfortable. Let's imagine that you're in your dream house. Where would you like to be? Your dream house. I often imagine this, like, palace, and it's just covered with all of these jewels, and it's golden, and it's very elegant and huge. There's a beautiful view, and it just feels so spacious and life-affirming. For example, wherever it is, your dream, let's make it happen. Let's be there. Yeah. And just take a few breaths in that place. Yeah, just be there. And then I'd like you to imagine that this mist of unconditional love comes in and surrounds you and reminds you that you are made of love and that you are unconditional love. And being unconditional love, you're also hope and you're also peace. Feel that love just surrounds you and it just energizes your whole body. All fear, all anger, all sadness, it's all gone. You just feel like you're at home, more at home than you've ever felt before, because you're really home. Not just home in this life, but home beyond all lives. This love is with you all the time, 24 hours a day. It never leaves you. It's with you before you were born. It's with you after you go. It's with you every second of every day. All right, now we're going to send this love out, and we're just going to draw down some of the love and the energy of the end of this transition, the end of the tunnel. We're going to bring it to where we are. Can you feel that energy? Can you feel it? It's just, wow, just this coherent energy where you're just connected with your heart and with everything and everyone. Look at everyone around you. They're just so hopeful and they're just following their dreams. They look like they woke up from a deep, deep sleep. And look around you at all the architecture. It's completely different. It's all filled with dreams. Everywhere you look, you feel peace and you feel hope and you feel like you're home no matter where you are. You feel like, yes, this is really my home. And you just notice, look at your body. It's all healed. You're completely and utterly healthy. There's no fear, sadness, or anger. And we're bringing this energy now, right now. This is where you are. And this is the energy of this ascension, of the end of this transition. And we're making it happen right now, right in front of you. It just happened. It's already happened. We're already there. We're just experiencing it. And we're just kind of wiping away the sleep, the long, long dream of the other paradigm. We're just wiping the sleep from our eyes and saying, oh, you know what? We're already there. I was just looking. I was just having a dream. But we're already here. And look at everyone. They're just kind of jumping up and down and saying, we made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. And all that fear and sadness and all that stuff is gone. Because you know what? It was never there to begin with. We just stopped looking at it and it disappeared because we are the light of the world. We are creating this world. And we just decided, you know what? We don't want to create that stuff anymore. We want to see a new story, a story of love and a story of hope. And that's the story that we're seeing. So all those people who have lost their hope, look at them. They are in hope now. And they say, you know what? We've got this thing. We're going to get through this time because this time is just an illusion. It's just a time to let us to get used to this new time. And we've got this time. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. And we're sending this love out into all the stories of fear and sadness and anger. And all those polarities. We're saying, you know what? Nah, that story's over. Sorry. That story is over. We're telling love stories now. Only love stories. Only stories of peace and utter fulfillment of all of our dreams. We're bringing heaven down to earth. All right, so that's Pocket of Peace for day 225. I hope you guys are hopeful. And Emery say, but yes, there are probably ways of this throughout history. Yeah. And I don't know for sure. And I'd be interested. Yeah, so thank you for sharing. That's definitely. And I definitely agree with you. I think it is happening now. You know, we're bringing it. You know, we're bringing it. And we're helping it to, come down. So I hope you guys are hopeful. And hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm glad, Anne-Marie, that you were able to join in today. Thanks, Michael, as well, and everyone else. Remember that when you join in with this, even after this live is over, when you join in with the Pocket of Peace, you're sending your love out, you're sending your energy out. And this is so much more powerful than just doing it myself. It's all your energy as well. And these pockets of peace, you can create them as well whenever you need, whenever you're in a in a tough spot, just call it in. You know, it's just an energy. You can either call in this energy or just make it yourself. So I hope you guys are hopeful. And Mike could say, we're all going to make it after all. We are. We got this thing. So thank you guys very much. And ciao for now. Hopefully see you all tomorrow.